Hello YouTube and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Do you like casting a spell once but it resolves twice? Do you like taking 3 turns in a row? If so, I have got a deck for you. So let's go over it real quick and then get into the gameplay. Ultimately what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to double vision and then get all kinds of value off of that card via everything else in our deck. So we have an early game removal package of 4 Frostbites. We have 2 Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. We have 2 Fire Prophecies, which also help us sift through our deck. So if we have too much removal or a card that's just not helping us in a certain situation, then we'll do the secondary part, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library, and then if you do, you draw a card. So that's nice. You've also got 3 copies of Royal Eruption. Now, Royal Eruption does go straight to their face as well, so that can be a closer, but it's also removal for creatures on the board if you can't get to that point. And you've got 3 copies of Slaying Fire. Same thing goes with Slaying Fire's Royal Eruption. This can go to their face for closers, but it also can go to creatures, so it's considered both part of your win con and your removal package. And then to sum all of that up, you've got 2 copies of Storm's Wrath as your board clear, gets rid of Planeswalkers as well. Really nice card. And then right here we've got our draw package just to make sure we shore up our land drops, things like that. If we have too many of, say we have 3 experimental overloads in our hand off the draw, but we have a thrill possibility, that's not a bad draw. Keep that. Omen of the Sea, you know how that works. Just make sure you're hitting your land drops. Super important in this deck. Then we got a little bit of a disruptive package. We've got 2 neutralizes. If we don't need to counter anything late game, we can cycle it. And then we have 2 copies of Sock coming. This is nice because if we don't have that second blue, put it into Foretell or get the value later on by putting it into Foretell and only needing 2 mana. One of our main win cons in the deck is Experimental Overload. This is just great because the deck has no creatures naturally, so this is one of the ways that we get creatures other than the Alrund's Epiphany, and they create big, huge creatures depending on the state of the game, and you get an instant or sorcery back from your graveyard. So, I mean, there's situations where you have the board locked up, you grab yourself an 8/8 blue and red weird creature, and grab yourself a Sock Coming or Neutralize and protect yourself from whatever they try to do in response. And then we've got the Graven Lore here, which actually should be over here in the draw package. So later in the game, this is more early game draw, but this is a great late game draw. You have all the snow in the deck so that you can scry heavily, and then you get to draw 3 cards. Really good refiller, and it's an instant, which makes it really strong, especially if you have one of the 3 copies of Double Vision out. So whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell, each turn copy that spell. You may choose new targets for this copy. Don't be like me and get tunnel visioned with this double vision and forget that it's the first one every turn. Don't try to set up a big thing after you cast first sorcerer's instant and then you can't do what you wanted to. So yeah, that'll get you off guard. It's always the first one. But this is one of the main cards in the deck because you just get tons of value, which leads us to the last non-land in the deck, which is Alrund's Epiphany. 3 copies of that. You have double vision out, you cast Alrund's Epiphany, you had the turn you started with, and you get 2 more turns after that for 3 turns. Locking up games real quick. Then you have all of the land over here, including a bunch of snow to fire up your 2 Faceless Havens. So the deck runs pretty smoothly as long as you have all of your land drops, but I guess you could say that about any deck. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below and let us know if there's any decks in the future you would like us to showcase. Give the video a like, subscribe please, it means a whole lot to us. It's completely free. Wait till the end, there will be a summary, and let's get into that gameplay. We have Phase 56. Olafes. Okay, well, 3 islands is not going to do it. So we'll mulligan here. This is better pathway. 2 mountains, an Omen I really like. 2 Royal Eruptions and a Slay the Fire. We'll probably ditch the Slaying since it's a 3-drop and we have nice removal up until we hit 3. Pretty easy choice to put this on blue. Let's see what Phase is up to. Phase is blue, white. Phase is out a white land empire. So we can temple later. Let's just go ahead and throw this out. Now we can hold up Omen and the Royal Eruption. So I like it. I like it. It's a lot of choices. Birth of Meletus. We got some white-green control. Okay. Storm's Wrath will take care of that later when we need to clear the board. Let's run out the Omen. A Neutralize and a Sock coming. I mean, we'll take one of the two. I don't think we need both. Take the Assault Coming in case we have a chance to get into Foretell, make it a little cheaper. Auron's Epiphany. So we're not doing all of this anyways. We can't do the counter spell this turn no matter what because we don't have double blue. So let's scry. Let's get rid of that. It's another Assault Coming. And let's put the Assault Coming into Foretell so that next turn it guarantees Assault Coming and or a Royal Eruption. There's a 0-4 from our opponent. We don't mind that. They play the planes we knew about. What are they up to? Uh-oh. What do you do? Artifact enchantments cost you one less to play. So we have another mountain that we can throw. We're going to leave the Auron's Epiphany for turn because we can't do it next turn anyways. I don't want them doing whatever this thing does. So we're just going to shoot that down in case they have too many cheap enchantments otherwise. And or artifacts, right? Let them gain 2 life and let's see what they're up to. Still have another Royal Eruption. It's a Birth of Meletus, so let them do it. They're looking for lands. Okay. They're gonna throw their planes. Yep. Well, we'll throw the mountain. And now throw the Epiphany and Foretell because if we get another land, we can do 2 of them at least. And we're gonna pass the turn holding up either a Royal Eruption, saw it coming, and or we can Omen. I think Omen of the Sea might be the best idea to get a little double scry in. Gotta try to find some gas here. Not losing, but we're not winning. So we can easily just Royal Eruption that. I really don't mind it at the moment. I don't think we need a Royal Eruption it now. Let's dig. Let's find some cards. Let's find a guaranteed land drop. Well, there's land. So let's take the one that's guaranteed untapped. Grab that. Play it. And let's get some creatures out there. Let's get some creatures. Auron's Epiphany once. Let's at least get on the board. Okay, that land comes into play tapped. We don't need another land. So we'll pass on that. We'll pay 2 red. Put Auron's Epiphany into Foretell. And we don't need to attack with these birdies, so we're good there. Okay, a Savia Crystal. So this is just a mana ramper. Once again, I'm not going to counter a mana ramper. I'm going to counter the thing that they're ramping into. So what do they got? They got 4, 5, 6, 7 as of right now. End of their turn, we will be blowing this up. We just wanted to see what else they do. What do we got? Changeling. As one of them enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever another creature of the chosen type enters the battlefield. So we'll let them have the mirror, and we're going to shoot the Pretender now. We'll let them keep throwing stuff with this little guy. Oh, we couldn't. Sorcery. Ha. Okay, so we're going to double vision. This is amazing. Now the deck's going to pop. Now we're going to double vision. We're going to do 3 to this. We're going to double it up. We're going to do 3 to this. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Just clear the board up. And we don't get to saw it coming. Let's attack with these 2. We don't get saw it coming. They are going to get a free turn here, but they only have 4, 5 mana, and they've been trying to ramp. That was their last turn. They did a whole nothing with, what, 7? So next turn, we get to take 2 turns, 2 extra turns in a row. So 3 turns. And we can protect it with 2 spells. There's the Bloodline Pretender. Coco. Construct. Okay, we'll take our turn. And let's take some turns. Turns. All attack. Boom, boom. Okay. Well, I'm going to want some more turns. So let's go ahead and do this with double vision. And let's take back the Royal Eruption. Oh, I forgot. Auron's Epiphany goes bye-bye. Let's just take these, though. Let's take these. No point kicking one yet. Let's attack with everything. And I think that's game over. Yeah, we'll throw this land out here on red. We're going to Royal Eruption with kicker, 4-5 to their face. That's going to be 10 total. Boom, boom. And then we can just attack with the birds in the air. Too many turns! We have Jesus Crisp. Jesus Crisp. I like cheese's rice. Cheesy rice. Anyways, so we have no red land in our hand, and every single card in our hand requires red, even if there's a little blue in it. Punic goes first, so that's an easy mulligan. And then we come into a hand with a decent amount of land and a decent amount of removal. They're not showing any information, so we'll keep this. And I think we get rid of the Graven Lore. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We have a Scry land, so it helps us out a little. They start on Island, Ruin Crab. We won't instantly quit, even though it's rogues. We'll keep that. That's removal. Yep. Oh yeah, why keep... See, rogues. I'm already not thinking properly. So they can already counter us. But let's see if they have a counter. Nope. They held up 2 blue to bluff us. Are they rogues or are they mono blue mill? What you doing, Jesus Crisp? Okay, they throw an Evolving Winds and pass. We know they don't have a counter spell. Because, well, we know. Now they might actually. They could have drawn into one. They're going to sack the Evolving Winds that they don't need anymore because they don't have a crab in their hand. And it's black, so they are maybe on rogues, and they just didn't have the black. They have gorgeous lands. Okay, they play a Seagate, and they pass. Okay, well, let's just attack. Oh, man. Feels bad, man. Baited them. Big brain move. They think that I wanted to not be able to attack, make that a creature, and have them kill it, but no.
It takes impressive time to improvise.
Well, I got a Teferi here, so we're not gonna be able to. We're not gonna be able to use this on any creatures now. Problem is, as soon as we activate it, we also get to do other stuff. So we're just gonna get two for one. Just regular pay. Okay.
Too long
We have
fast.
to 2 for 1 the card. It's not great. There they go. We wrap it up.
Could have gone worse.
Oh! Well, it's fine. We can make some 5/5s and get stuff back. Okay, well we've got another Teferi. Okay, well let's start making big old creatures. Get back a, what do we got here? They've got a 5, but they could throw anything. This can do 4. We don't have anywhere near enough land for that, so I think this does the most damage. Here it will next turn. Freaking Teferi, man! What kind of deck are they running with Teferis? What? Each player mills 4 cards. Okay. What do you do? What do you do? I didn't have a creature, so they couldn't do that, and then they took their Rune Crab. So they are straight a mill deck. And they're coming pretty fast now. I think they've decided... If we top deck a land, we're in such a good spot, because we could kill this Teferi, and we can experimental overload again. Okay, well they've used almost every card in their deck. So, okay, there's the land. So we'll throw this out on red. We need more red. And then we're going to go ahead and murder the Teferi. And then we're going to experimental overload. Grabbing Auron's Epiphany. Okay, now they can cast that Rune Crab. We're not too afraid of that. We're down to 36 cards, but we have an 8/8. We're about to take an extra turn. Yeah, I think they could not handle that 8/8. Good game. Hello, scripted block. Okay, we go first. We have 2 lands. One's a pathway, one's an island. Oh, and neutralize frostbites, royal eruptions. I mean, this looks like a really good early game keep. We can stop pretty much anything they do early game if they're a creature deck. We already know that this has to be red, so let's just lead it out on red. Frostbite's only going to be doing 2 damage for quite a while, but that's okay. We have a snow-covered swamp, and we have a hateful Eidolon, so we know what we're playing. We know what we're playing against. We're just going to destroy that right now. Use our mana efficiently. Okay, we're going to throw the island past the turn. We're almost always going to be doing... I can't think of a situation where we're doing one of these this turn. But hey, they might throw us off guard. Even better, let's guarantee that land drop. So I wish it was a blue, and we want to get to this double vision. But it's 2 turns away. Yeah, unfortunately we have to... That's like one of the main cards of the deck. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep them both. We'll draw that for the Omen. We'll draw this for the next. Because if we get to that, we blow them out and we can hold up. Now what we're doing, we're passing turn and we're holding up the Omen of the Sea again. Most likely we're going to pop it for Scry so that we hit. We just got to keep hitting our land draws. And then we can always kill their creatures on our turn. Okay. Perfect. Activate that ability. Gosh dang it, because that's 2 turns in a row where we know we're going to be getting, and that would be a bunch of turns in a row, but we're way far away from that right now, so I know that hurts, but we got to keep the land. We got to ditch the Allen's Epiphany. Because if we don't get to the 5th land, can't even do this one. So now we can hold up neutralize, we can hold up our whole hand other than double vision. So they haven't done a whole lot. We know there's some kind of an enchantment deck. I don't know if they're afraid of throwing stuff because we have counter spells or removal. They're going to have to do something. Oh, maybe they're waiting for green. Okay. Here's where the problem was. Scritty block. You got your green now. What are we doing? A Loris. Okay, I think I counter that. Otherwise, then they get the Hateful Eidolon back. Yeah, let's counter it. Otherwise, there's no way because they'll still have priority. They get the Hateful Eidolon back. Then we have to use 2 cards to get rid of... Essentially, we get 2 for 1 because this... Yeah, so I think that was smarter. Oh, okay, and we're going to run the double vision out there and maybe lock the game up right there. We'll see. I mean, they could throw multiple creatures a turn and we could just handle it now. Now if they throw a Loris, it doesn't matter. Binding is the card we... That's a real thing. Okay. Well, we never even got to use it, so... They were probably going to Ugin, maybe? I don't know. It's weird. They have little creatures and Loris. They've got bindings. They're trying to ramp. Maybe they go to... I don't know. Another Hateful Eidolon. Okay. Another Hateful Eidolon. We could do this on our turn and it won't hurt us, just in case we hit a Shadow of the Sky or Storm's Wrath, or that, or that. That works. Double vision. A bada bing, a bada boom. They got another binding. They got another binding, and I commend you, good person. Can't stop it. It's a Garuk that does not stop what we're doing.
We were born for
Okay.
the hunt.
And a Hateful Eidolon. They've got all kinds of stuff. Sorry. They'll get 2 counters. So I was going to say, it's still going to... Good game. Here's Reborn. Okay. Okay. I like it. It's like a, A nice band name. Now, Tears Reborn. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, sorry. We have 3 lands, all of the colors represented between our pathway, snow-covered mountain, and a faceless Omen, Neutralize, Experimental, and Gravelord. These are a little on the higher end, but we have good land. We have something to search, so we're definitely not going to get rid of this. We'll keep that. Now, we'll lead out with our snow-covered mountain, because we know this is most likely blue, but we have 1 turn to make, to see if we draw a natural blue, and then we can decide what to put this on later. Our opponent mulls down to 6. It is a blue-green tap land. Gain life lands. So now we know we got to put this on blue, get both of our colors out, and then we'll just pass the turn. Our game plan is to Omen at the end. And they throw a natural forest, and it looks like they're shipping the turn right back. So there we go. Omen of the Sea. I wonder if they're going to Toski. We got Omen of the Sea, wondering about Toski. Okay, this rhyme is horrible. We already have 1 experimental overload. We definitely want to keep the lands that we draw, even though we need another blue. So that's a keeper. If we draw another blue, that'd be great. We don't. I don't see any reason for double blue, but we can't fire this up next turn anyway. So yeah, we'll do this. Holding up everything we got, passing the turn, and at the end of the turn we can Omen for the Scries. Let's see what they are up to. We can't neutralize, but we can scry it. I'm assuming they're going to throw a creature or do something soon. Okay, what do you do? Close creature mutates, put a plus. Ooh, we're playing a mutate deck. Okay. So, we could have scryed, but let's use our mana efficiently and kill this. Let's slay the fire. Their shenanigans. They were probably going to mutate on top of that. We still hit our land drop. And we still... Now we pass our turn. We really need another blue. Maybe... I mean, this is where I'm thinking maybe take out 2 of the neutralizes for 2 more Saw It Comings. The situation... we definitely can't counter that. So, we'll let them do it. They're ramping to something. We got to find a blue really quick. So let's go ahead and pop this scry now on the Omen. Get 2 scries in. There's a Graven Lore and a snow-covered island. So we already have a Graven Lore in our hand. But that produces another one. Yeah, let's leave them both on top with the land first. So we'll throw the land, and we pass the turn. And at the end of their turn, if we don't have to use this neutralize on some scary big large card like a Coma... then we'll Graven Lore at the end of our turn. But I have a feeling we're watching out for a Coma at this point. Could be wrong. I'm good at being wrong. Ask my wife. Okay, they're not doing anything, so we're gonna Graven Lore. Get our scry on and draw some cards. We get what, 1, 2, 3, 4? We'll take the other one. We already knew about that. We have a bunch of removal in our hand. But we don't know what our opponent's doing, and this can go to their face. We'll keep these 3. It gives us a whole nother Graven. We get a land. We have another something to hurt them in their face with. We're about to draw another card. 1, 2. So we have 5. 6 doesn't do us a whole lot other than we can Graven and then Frostbite, but they haven't been doing a whole lot. So we're just going to throw the Temple and scry. I think they need more land. We don't need more land. We'll pass the turn. Yeah, we're getting close to using the experimental, but for now we're just going to keep controlling whatever they do. If they just want to rant and stuff, they're going to come into something big soon. But we're not going to let it happen. A Pouncing Shark. Okay. That's a 4/3. So we'll let that land, and then we'll just pop it. There we go. Tears Reborn. They already had Tears because we keep not letting them do stuff. Scoot Swarm. Uh-oh. That has to be countered. Because if they get that on the board, they get to throw a land, and we don't have... If we would have had Storm's Wrath, that would have been different. If they could counter this... Okay, let's say if they reverse counter a Scoot Swarm, we could be in trouble. They wanted to mutate that, and then they were going to just pop off. Experimental Overload is the play. So, I think I can experimental getting the neutralize back, right? So if we do this, this, one more red, another blue, we can experimental for 4. Do you have counter spells? Because if so, good for you. Okay, and we want to grab this neutralize. We have a 4/4 that we can protect now, and we pass the turn. We gotta. It's time to start whacking back. Since Double Visions and Alan's Epiphany doesn't want to come to us this game, then we're gonna go at it a different route. Migratory, a Great Horn. I mean, I think we just keep shutting them down at this point, because I don't have a way to kill that. Oh, wait, cancel. I don't have... Okay, this can kill it next turn. So yeah, we'll let them have it, because I could pay 3 red with this next turn, and just kill it for 4. Unless they, counter it, but we'll see. So at the end of their turn, we just pass. Okay, hey, that works. Red, red, red. Pay it. Boom. That worked. I like it. Get rid of that. Let's clear the path. Now we're gonna swing for the 4, and we're gonna hold up Graven Lore and neutralize. Our opponent's gonna try to throw another creature so they can mutate on top of it, and we're gonna just keep disrupting it. Next turn we can experimental overload if we don't have to do other stuff, and then hold up neutralize again if we still have it, or just grab another neutralize. I guess we'll have it no matter what. Yeah, they cycle. They need something. I'm trying to get back in it. I think this will seal it up. They're thinking if they want to counter this, maybe? Or is it the Fabled Passage holding us up? Which they're probably not cracking because they want to Scoot Swarm it. Oh, we're on a momentary pause because they've got a tear in their eye. They've got to wipe it away. Okay. So we'll just keep the lot. Okay. We'll throw this out on blue because we have so much blue now. And, we cannot protect... If they have Counterspell, we can't stop them from Counterspelling it. We just lose this. So let's just foretell that. And then, we could still Experimental Overload. And hold up a Counterspell. So let's do another Experimental. We still have the Neutralize. And I think at this point, I don't know. We have another way to draw. No, I mean, let's just keep having a way to draw more and more and more cards. Even though we have a toolbox over here that way, we just, yeah, we're in control. We'll swing. And we just have been we have not really let them do anything. It's just, we have had utter control of this game the entire time. Pouncing Shark. 4/3. Whenever this mutates. So that alone doesn't do anything. If they go to mutate on top of it, then we'll counter that. But that alone does not bother us. Because we could just kill it on our turn with this. Play the land. Down to 2 cards in hand. Looks like they're passing their turn. And we'll flash off that neutral, or that Omen of the Sea. And we don't need any more land. We'll keep the Salt coming. I think the game is just over. So, yep. Let's see. We'll throw out our island. Well, Alrund's Epiphany right out the gate. Well, Royal Eruption. They're pouncing Shark. Hey, Tears, I commend you for not, quitting yet. We're still holding up a, no, we lost our counterspell if they would have, yeah. Good game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap once again. As you saw, the deck can definitely do the job without the double vision, but if you do have it down on the board, you win double fast. Yes, I did that. So what would we do to kind of make the deck work a little bit more consistent? Well, right out the gate, I know that I want to add 2 Omens of the Sea, and that's because early game, you really need to make sure that you shore up the ability to have your land drops down every single turn. It's super important, especially for the first, like, 4 to 6 turns. After that, I guess with any deck, it doesn't matter if you hit land drops as often, but you just really got to make sure you hit those. So what we're going to do to get those into the deck is we're going to take out 1 Slaying Fire, and we are going to take out, as much as it hurts, and it is a win con for the deck, 1 Experimental Overload. If you draw too many of those early on, it really hurts anyway, so I think it's okay to drop that down 1, and I don't think you have any problem closing out games regardless. And then there was just a few times where it just, I don't know why, but it felt awkward to have Neutralize, and a few times where I felt like I would much rather have had 2 more Sock Comings in the deck. So those are the small little changes I would do if I was going to go out with the deck for the first time, if you watch this all the way to the end, as opposed to starting with the way I had the deck the first time. But try it either way, and let me know down in the comments what you thought of the deck, how it ran for you, what changes you did. If you don't mind, it's completely free. Give us a subscribe. It's real fast. Just click it right now. Boom, got it. Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Give the video a like. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.